ngizwe umsindo ongaphandle kodwa mhlambe ke ngicela ukuthi singaloke silinde bona sobuye sibone ukuthi siqhubeka sibafaka kanjani. Nginibingelela igama lami uThulani Nzama, inhloko yomnyango yaka Business Support Tourism and Market Unit. Ngiqale ngi-acknowledge umama uSpeaker uMama Weziwethusi, umama uKhansela Diane Wodzeg, uDeputy Mayor elect Qhamuka Finance umama uKhansela uMpume Sithole, usihlalo wezemali no HR, uKhansela ubaba uNtando Khuzwayo okuyena usokhaya, abanye oza kwethu esinabo abaqhamuka emkhakheni ehlukahlukene. Ngimbonile ubaba uNgema from ka Nafcock, ubaba uPaul Ngema, ngibonile iBlack Business Forum ikhona, obaba uWanda Jaca, Osfiso, lonke lelo thimba. Ithimba le eThekwini Disability Chamber nalo ibusiness ekhona, njengoba bekuyinhloso yanamhlanje bekuthi asivule indawo eyintathu njengoba siqhamuka khona le kade sesivula ngokusemthethweni, sisike ribbon ekwi-Human Center of Excellence. Bakhona obaba oReggie Mkhize, bakhona abanye ozakwethu esiqhamuka nabo abaqhamuka ko-supply chain management o-Andre Peterson, oZandile Sithole, obaba baqhamuka eMayor's office, obaba uNtombela, nabanye ke iminyango eminye ehlukahlukene o-communications esinabo namhlanje. But kodwa ngaphambi ukuthi sesingene ehloleni lethu siqhubeke, ngizocela ukuthi basilalele iculo i-national anthem bese siyasukuma sonke bese siqala uhlelo lethu ngendlela ehloniphekile. Sizocela ukuthi ngale nje kokuchitha isikhathi sicele umfundisi ubaba uWiseman Mkhize asivulele ngomthandazo.
Sanibonani. Masimbonge onomsakangaka, simuthandi simukhonze imihla. Hallelujah, hallelujah, mukhulu umusa ka Jesu simenyiwe namhlanje ukuya kuyena. Sibinge leadership nje yonke, and I will say all protocol is observed. Ngiyasibonga nesikhundla sokunyusa kube umfundisi babunzama. Kodwa ke asibike kumdali kuba sesila sigibisa amakhanda. Sithi sekube kuhle uNkulunkulu, siyabonga ukusivusa ekseni, siyabonga ukuba sila njengamanje, sibonga ithuba lokuba usinikeze ithuba lokusebenzela umphakathi, sibonga lo masipala owenza konke okuhle ukuzama ukulekelela umphakathi nezidingo zonke zawo. Busisake lo mcimbi ke, ubusisa abahleli bawo, busise yonke leadership yethu, bese ukuthi bonke abazosenza le ikhungo lezi Nkosi yami kube wena obusuhambele phambili. Ufaka umoya wokuzwana, ufaka umoya wokuthula, ufaka umoya wothanda eThekwini. Siyabonga uNkulunkulu oyingcwele, sithemba ukuthi masiqhubeka soqhubeka sihamba nawe. Konke sicela ngelihle igama lomfowethu Jesu Kristu kuze kube phakade. Amen.
Kabazela komtha sizocela yonke indawo kuyaye kube ukuthi usokhaya umnikazi wekhaya animukele asho ukuthi hayi nimukelekile ekhaya. Njoba sika Ward 28 socela ubaba ukhansela uNtando ukhuzwayo kubo yena uzosimuke.
Ngiyabonga mphathi wohlelo. Icishe ngasumaculo mzabalazo mamuwezi sesijwayele ama platform political njengoba sibhizi ngecampaign. Yaba ngikuphuka nje la ngiyacabanga ngithi awufike ekhaya ubatshe. Manje ngiyayikhuza ngithi awumculo omkhandlo. Program Director, thank you very much. Our honorable speaker, Comrade DM, Comrade Huzak, Comrade Sithole, Chair of Corporate and Human Capital. Our stakeholders, which here is NAFCOC and BBF, our heads of departments, various, and all our officials, but most importantly, the beneficiaries, which are the residents of eThekwini, and in particular of Ward 28. We want to greet you, Siyanibingelela, sanibona. Hawu, sanibona. Cha phela uhamla nganixosha mina maningafuni ukuvuma. Ngivele ngivale nje umcimbi ngingakaqali, ngivele ngithi hambani. So fanele mangise nibone nivume. Siyabonga kakhulu ithuba enisinikeza lona lokuthi sizo namukela lapha. Ngingena ngo-2016, one of our campaigning tickets army was to say we are going to make impilo zabantu abasha zibe lula. In particular, abantu abasha abama students, abantu abasha who are in business, and abantu abasha who are seeking opportunities. I think sonke siyazi ukuthi umuntu mayisuke ezela eThekwini ezohlala khona, usuke engazile uzohlala njengoba engazazi zokwenzani ngaphandle kwamaphara. Kodwa ndisikhathi esiningi umuntu mayezela eThekwini usuke ezofuna ithuba lomsebenzi, noma uzofuna i-business opportunity, noma indlela ethile yokuyiphilisa esemthethweni. Yebo ke bakhona bafike beyizama ukuyiphilisa ngendlela engekho emthethweni esibabophayo zonke insuku. Kodwa nje in the main umuntu usuke ezela ngobethi uzama ukuthi impilo yakhe ibe ngcono. Now what we are doing here today is trying to enhance that. Senza ukuthi kube lula kubona ukuthola amathuba okufuna imisebenzi, ukuthola amathuba amabhizinisi. I'm particularly excited with the indawo lezovulana. Ngifuna ukuthi ngize ngene kakhulu ngoba kusazochazwa. But excited kakhulu ngendawo le HR Center of Excellence, because we have a lot of institutions here, in particular DUT, MUT, UKZN, UNISA, abala kwi-CBD, abahlala la kwi-CBD. Now it had become difficult for them ukuthi bekwazi ukuthi access ama services ka government. We are making it very easy, as we did promise them. Kimina, this is a huge delivery babunzama, because we did promise ukuthi sizokwenza into kanjena. Namhlanje ke sizoyivula ngokusemthethweni. Fanele ngabe ningishayela izandla. ngikhansela eliqhubayo ngempela ngoba ngiyadeliver ngisho sengiyophuma umnyango. Hopefully ngizovotela iANC ngibuye, so angizukuphuma kuze ngiqhubeke nemisebenzi emihle. So I'm saying we are happy because sike sa introduce lana into ekuthiwa eThekwini Wi-Fi council usithole, where we were saying young people should have access to the internet every day, which is free, provided for by the city. Currently we are sitting at 200 megabytes per person per day, and we are looking at increasing that to 1 gig per person per day, so that abantu bezokwazi ukuthi bewa access ama services ku internet, but also kube even in the comfort of their own flats, because right now sinama hotspots are over 20 here in the CBD, and we're looking at increasing that. I mean, over 20 hotspots. Yabona khona abantu abahlala endlini zabo beyixhumele ku internet kamasipala behleze endlini zabo emaflats nabo. Kwaqala ukuthi uhambe ye City Hall hlala eDebisini noma ume lapha ngase Playhouse uxhume khona, but manje sesikusabalalise kwa throughout the city, and we are increasing that because we want to make sure that our young people who are living here, which we have declared this ward a student village, because majority abantu abahlala nama students sifuna ukuthi be benefit beyizwele ukuthi the city welcomes them, and it is making ukuphila kwabo nokuhlala kwabo la edrobheni kube into elula. So siyabonga kakhulu ke, but also ngeke ngoba ngeke ngisathola linye ithuba lokusukuma, ngeke ngingawabongeli abafowethu abasebhizinisini nabakhubazekile noma abaphila ngokukhubazeka, kanti ngisho kahle. Okay, abakhubazekile. Indaba yokwenza ibhizinisi nomkhandlu has become an eyesore. Mangikubeka ngegama for lack of a better word. Abantu bahleze bethi ayikho into yokwenza ibhizinisi nomkhandlu ngoba kuba nalenkinga naleya. So we are trying to solve those issues ukuze umuntu owenza ibhizinisi nomkhandlu akwazi ukuthi ezelana inkinga zakhe kwazi siqaqeke zonke, ngoba siyafuna ukuthi nikujabulele ukwenza ibhizinisi nomkhandlu. Angithi siyezwana. Siyafuna nikujabulele ukwenza ibhizinisi nomkhandlu. Siyafuna ukuthi nazi ukuthi iTheku is open for business, for umuntu okhubazekile, for umuntu ongakhubazekile, wonke umuntu okhona akwazi ukwenza ibhizinisi nomkhandlu ayithola imali yakhe abe happy, ukuze sizokwazi ukustimulate economy, senze sure ukuthi impilo zethu siyakwazi ukuthi si-improve. Ngihlezeke ngisho ngithi Comrade Huzak, one of izinto esingazenza thina njengohulumeni ohola ANC to relieve the pressure of ourselves is to ensure that people determine their own fate. And lokho sikwenza ngani? Sikwenza ngokuthi si provide ama opportunities azofaka imali kubona, because when people have money they decide how they want to live their lives. We don't have to build RDPs, we don't have to provide any social services, because people have money. They can buy those things themselves. So I think it's very important for us as a city to make sure that this is a success. Siyacela ke bakwethu ukuthi nivikele le infrastructure, ni protect it, because it is going to assist you, it is going to assist the people of eThekwini, and this will contribute ukwenza impilo zenu zibe ngcono. Ngalawo mazwi ka sibe maningi kakhulu kunami njengoba ngimfishane nje, ngiyanemukele wa 28. Siyabonga.
Sibonge kubaba Khuzwa, sicela simuphe ihlombe lincane leli hlombe. Ake sibize ubaba omunye uZuma umsholozi we ward committee, mhlambe naye athi ukuthinta, siyezwa kuthiwa i-student village, sothola 1 gig, mhlambe naye uzothi hayi 1 gig imncane, uyashesha ukuphela, kungcono kube u2 gig.
Angibingelele ubuholo obukhona phakathi kwethu, ukhansela uMpume, umama uSpeaker, nazo zonke izikhulu ezikhona. Ngiyabingelela. Sengicishe ngathi kuyilihle igama la Jesu Kristu. Amen. manje ngibe ngibe umfundisi manje kuyavuka manje ngiphambi kwabantu ukuthi ngishumayele kodwa ke ngeke ngishumayele manje just nje word of support ngomsebenzi omuhle kangaka esenzelwe umkhandlu oholwa inhlangano ebusayo. Siyabonga kakhulu cha nje ukusupporta sibonga ukuthi zikhona izikhalazo kade bebanazo abadayisi as we know ukuthi eThekwini we have different people abenza amabhizinisi kukhona abasemgaqweni kukhona abanezitolo but uyabona ukuthi bekungakho ukuhamba kahle kwabanye but siyabonga ngalomsebenzi omuhle ngaka ukuthi nabo they will able to come and increase amabhizinisi abo eThekwini ngoba we do believe kade sesho ukhansela ukuthi abantu baqhamuka endaweni ezihlukene to make something eThekwini ukuze bakwazi ukuphila kangcono. So siyabonga ukuthi siyayibona khansela into oyikhuluma before ungena ube ikhansela ukuthi iyenzeka. I hope ukuthi uzobuya uqhubeke nomsebenzi omuhle kangaka osenzela wona ewa 28. Siyabonga kakhulu sibonge emkhandlweni sibonge kuzo zonke izikhulu babunzama ngomsebenzi ukuthi sifukule abantu bakithi abampisholo. Siyabonga.
Kubaba Msholozi ningathi niyancishana nehlombe ezinye zezinto njengoba sike sachaza ukuthi eyintweni ebeyivulwa besivula neoffice lele lapha esithi SMME help desk ezolekelela ikakhulukazi osomabhizinisi indawo yokuthi bangakhokhelwa ezinye zeyingqinamba lezi sibhekene nazo ezumkhandlu ukuthi ufike wenza umsebenzi kuthatha isikhathi ukuthi ukhokhelwe khona abantu othola kuze kuphela iminyaka emibili umuntu engakhokhelwe okukhubazayo ke lo sesithi ama cash flows mangabe wenza ibhizinisi kufanele kube khona imali engenayo kube khona imali ephumayo so le ndawo besivula lapha izobe ibhekelele lezo zinto okunyeke kakhulukazi but ibingagcini futhi ngokwenza lokho ezinye zezinto ukuthi ibheke izinto ze transformation nje iThekwini lonke nokuthi ixhumana kanjani neminyango yesifundazwe nokazwe lonke nama entities lawa private or ama SOEs ngenkinga ke zibe khona ama project uyawuthola ukuthi kuba nezinkinga asemisiwe akasakwazi ukuqhubeka basi bakhona ke ozakwethu futhi nabo akukhona ukuyibona baye balokhuzeni bathinteke kakhulu kuzoba neoffice elizocoordinate izinto zama business forums endaweni ezihlukahlukene ukuthi mangabe kuneyinkinga kuzoyenziwa nento eyibooklet ne hotline number ukuthi mabe project inenkinga kwazi ukuthinta kulelo office lelo office bese kwazi ukuthinta ama forum lihlalisa ilokhuzeni imhlangano ukuze kuqaqeke lezo inkinga bakhona ke abafowethu abakhona la ngibonile bakhona amasosha bakhona nama business forum ahlukahlukene kodwa kune umbrella board ekhona bayibiza ngeBBF yini fret ngaphambilini yabo yashintsha isiyaba iBBF iBlack Business Forum so ukhona umfowethu uWanda Jaca esocela ukuthi naye azosinikeza imessage of support ngicela simuphe ihlombe seza ngaphambili.
Thanks, Program Director. Umuntu abengelele ku Deputy Mayor nohlalo wecluster no speaker nama officials amasipala bese ngibengelela koza kwethu esinabo esisona bo BBF nabafethu beMK esebenzela kakhulu nabo nama members je eBBF nomphakathi wala 28 no councilor ukhuzwayo igama lami nguWanda wakaJaca usekela nopala jikelele weBBF mhlawumbe nje umuntu as an opening statement mhlawumbe angisho ukuthi our relationship with Ethweni municipality is both complementary and confederational. We really applaud the city where it's doing good because it's going to be assist people. Let's just start by ukubongela umasipala weTheku for this initiative yanamhlanje, which will assist people with disability, as well as the students, as well as the small black-based communities, which is our constituents. To those who do not know who we are, briefly, when we formed ourselves, we matched business forums from South, West, North, and Central. Many years ago, around 2016, we all know when there was chaos, the stoppage of projects, and etc. And then the city at that time, it was the former mayor, Zandile Kumete, Nabo DCM or Philippus Sol, who then convened us and say, for the city to be able to know that when they engaged with one body, which represents all the people. They will recommend that we become one, which a recommendation we accepted, and then we formed ourselves. We became the Federation for Radical Economic Transformation. And we must say that by the time then when we merged, and by the time now, there is a lot of progress made. There is a lot of stability. There is lots of peace. Projects are happening. They finish on time. Well, there will be delays. But what pains us, Deputy Mayor, and now Sole, is that when the new administration came in under Mayor Kaunda, we never had a platform to sit with the mayor to explain who we are. But we see the mayor in media saying a lot of things about business forums, of which we do not disagree with what the mayor is saying. We support the mayor, those who stop projects, and those who do money launderings. Those are criminal elements which we do not stand for. They must be arrested and they must be dealt with. When we took a decision to rebrand ourselves from FRET to PPF, it was in line with cleaning our image to say maybe this RET component paint us. So in a way that everyone will have their own perception of who we are. Then we said, let us be deliberate and be the black-based federation, so that we are taken serious, and everybody knows that we stand for business, not politics. And we came to the city to Babunzama and explain the process, to say we are rebranding for these reasons, so that we understood. We rebranded. We are now PPF. But we've written to the mayor many times to say, look, mayor, we want to assist you in making sure that those people who stop projects and those are dealt with. But business forums are not a mafia organization. They are genuine people, and we are a genuine organization. But we are happy that on Monday we've met with the mayor, and we are going to be having a meeting soon with the mayor to clarify many issues. Some are concern, some are recommendation, some are advices. We are happy. But one of our concerns, Kuzwayo, in this municipality is that transformation is very slow. We are not even sure if it still exists. I was telling Andrew that if there is a project here in the municipality that is earmarked for transformation, one way or another it gets frustrated in the processes. Whether the BEC will say you did this wrong, take it back, whether the BAC won't adjudicate it, whether it will be delayed. But transformation is not happening in the city. And it's not the fault of business support. I always say, because people who have projects are the other clusters, like your infrastructure cluster. That's where most of the projects sit at. So we are not sure how is it that we can integrate the support for business or the support for small black business to participate and benefit from the procurement opportunities of the city and get that cluster to be pro-RET. That's one of the challenges. But what other challenges, if we had influence, one of the things that this desk was going to do, because we have problems here in the city. Some other tenders or tender requirement are not just favorable to the small businesses. And as businesses, we don't know how to dispute those tenders. So if this desk can assist us to dispute tenders, in terms of the requirement, but also if we can also be assisted, because small businesses don't have the capacity to appeal tenders of the city because they don't have money for lawyers, and the city processes to assist them have so many red tapes. In fact, you can't rely on the municipality to assist you to dispute at its own tender. It is just not possible. So we will appreciate if this desk can assist us objectively to dispute these tenders on behalf of small businesses. Well, look, we can stand here and we can speak about many frustrations that we have as small black businesses, but we do have a platform now that they may have created that we will sit in and begin to address these issues. But we just wanted to voice them out because it is important that our constituency understands that we still exist to lobby and advocate for them, for the environment to be conducive so that they can do business with the city and also be paid on time, which this desk is going to do. Without wasting time, the Black Business Federation congratulates you, business support at the municipality, for launching this initiative. We will be sitting with you so that we make our contributions to enhance this initiative, because it's not bad at all. It's very good and it's going to assist a lot. Thank you.
Sibonge ku Baba Jaca nokusebenzisana nabo ukuthi balekelele futhi nokuthi bahlanganise ama-forum amanye ahlukahlukene nokuthi kuqhubeka kuya phambili sobe sisebenzisana nabo njengomkhandlu weTheku, but ngicabanga ukuthi ayave ukuthi kuzoba into ezosiza umkhandlu weTheku kuphela ngoba kuzobe kuwukuthi o growth KZN Growth Coalition or province or national ngoba zikhona inhlela ama project ukuthola ukuthi aqhamuka national njengo Sanral kodwa athinta noma enziwa khona la eLokhuzeni eThekwini. Sikubonge ukuthi ukubambisana kuqhubeka kuya phambili. Ngale kokumosha isikhathi ngicela ukuthi ngibize iEthekwini Disability Business Chamber nayo ukuthi izonikeza i-message of support. Bekuno umnumzana umlungisi Nzimande sicela ukuthi eze ngaphambili azosika elijikayo nayo. Siyabasicela ukuthi mhlombe eseza ngaphambili.
Masibingelele sanibonani nonke enikhona engaphakathi. Njengoba ke babu Hosiyane usubathulile kade ngaphambilini abakhona isikhulu zethu mangihlabeke phezulu kwaloko ngithi all protocol observed. Deputy Mayor siyabonga kakhulu. Speaker udaba lwethu aliqala as a disability sector. Babo sana uthi angizokwenza message of support and ngithi angikwazi ukwenza message of support ngoba mina ngizokhuluma ngokuthi ithina abantu mina yazi bomcimbi namhlanje so angina support engizoyinika komunye umuntu kahle kahle mina udinga support as eThekwini Disability Business Chamber. Igama lami ngumbuso ngakanzimande umlungisi Nzimande wosiyana umfowethu omdala endlini usheshe wabona wena ukuthi awulahlekile kakhulu uma ngumlungisi ngoba ukhona ngempela endlini. Igama lami ngumbusi usihlalo weThekwini Disability Business Chamber. Angaze ngicabanga that one day I will stand in a podium ngikhulume ngezinto ezinhle ezenzeka abantu abakhubazekile akaze kungicabangele lokho. Isikhathi esiningi as disability, as persons with disability, saziwa ngokuthi every time when we get to a venue, we will raise concerns and complain. With this current administration, esisebenzisana now, asizu complain, but we will never stop to raise our issues sharply. But today is not a day to make any concerns. But today we want to say we are celebrating this event. Kuyaqala ukuthi kube nomkhandlu wobaba wosiyana ongathi nanti office leni lokusebenzela as entrepreneurs with disability sininikeza sinibeka la. Kuyaqala uma kukhona la kwakwenzeka khona akasho. Let me tell you ukuthi what does it mean to have an office? To us it's not an office. One, it is a restoration of dignity of a person with disability. It creates a sense of belonging, a sense of recognition that we too exist. It's not an office to us. Today we launch this office, we take it as a bag full of a lot of things that we need to unpack. We are grateful, Babu Wasiane, Deputy Speaker, Speaker and Deputy Mayor, that lele office, akuzuba office elifikela bekwa kwathiwa ngenandla nasene yazibonela. Kukhona abosis Zandile, kukhona abosis Khosi, kukhona your office Babu Wasiane, even TCM Babu Stole has agreed. Babu Andrew, you have given a go-ahead to say, develop the strategy so that that office does not become a room, but it becomes a center where disabled people can access services. A strategy that was committed by Ubaba Mayor in 2019. We understand that COVID happened, but we have made a significant progress. Opposite Sandile, when they joined, I must be honest, Sandile, when we started, I doubted you. But what I've noticed that you are not doing these things to comply, just for compliance, but there's a passion into it that we must see change. If we change the way we look at things, the things that we look at will change. There are a lot of commitments that the municipality has made. We have responded in our concerns positively. And one of them is that when we have a strategy, when we have an office, when we have a commitment that was made by our mayor that a minimum of 5% procurement, uyawucela ukuthi mhlambe mawenzeke. The SCM, the business support are working on that. It's work in progress. In fact, we are looking forward, Speaker, we breakfast with the mayor during Disability Month, where reports will be tabled before us in terms of what we have come. Today, we are just giving updates. We are in a joyous mood. I see there's very tension, tension nje la ngazi kwenze njani. Thina-ke siyazijabela nje namhlanje siyayibonga le support esiyithola. But I want to also Wasiyane to speak to the forums akhona namhlanje that are giving us support. We really welcome and we need your support. And I'll tell you why, Babu Jack, is that when we are on the ground and we are trying not to penetrate and say, oh, bantu 2% weight, but we get to be rejected by the very same forum as if since in the wrong organizations. If we get a message of support from you, it means that we can sit down together and chant a way to say, how do we move forward together? Because we believe in the PPFF that we have noticed that we have sorted out the issue of Takarism and all other issues that were in your midst. And when we launched, we said as a ETPC, this is a forum that perhaps we need to engage to say, how do we move forward? We really appreciate what we have said and what you've. Bab Councillor, skemseni wakho, omunye uzakwenu osazi kahle noyasilekelele ubaba Mngonyama eWard 32. Sithi ke together as a councillor siyacela ukuthi masingqongqoze eminyango yenu nikwazi ukusibheka nisinakekele. Asikakafiki, we have not arrived, but at least we are moving towards a certain direction where singathi at least kunezinto esezibambeka esezikhona. Kuningi bengakhuluma namhlanje, but I think we are prepared for our disability breakfast, so we will be tabling all izinto mhlambe singathi sesizibambile sazithola. Babu Wasiyana, the reason why the reason why we also want to participate with tendering system yomunicipal, okunye kwako akukona nje ukuthi sifuna ukuba tender entrepreneurs, but okunye kwabo advance our own business ideas and fund them, because with through tendering system you might get a little bit of money that you could use to fund your own business. La emnyango kunoThembiso Mncwabe, who is our member, who is on a wheelchair, is into agribusiness. Ngisemcelile ukuthi afike neSpinash just to show you that it's not about us looking for tenders, but it's us about advancing our business ideas. Ngiyathemba ukuthi seSpinash uzothi mayisehamba la uzobe singasekho ngoba kwathina sonke sizobe sesithengile. Sisithengelana iSpinash na, we are giving support to our own members. Akukudala baba Mayor elontshe a restaurant kwaMnyandu kaSesinolwazi, who is our members, a person with disability, une restaurant kwaMnyandu. It was launched by Baba Mayor a few weeks ago. It's an achievement to us. Ekonobia kune member yetu eno car wash enoshisanyama. We believe that through township economy interventions, our members will be supported and simbone ekhula ngoba it's not about us taking bambe iqhaza kumathenda, but it's about us advancing. Thina sosomabhizinisi ebandleni isixolele ngasibiza nje ngosomathenda sikakayitholi, so asikwazi ukuba osomathenda. Okwamanje sisosomabhizinisi and we want to advance in that space. With those words, Babu Wasiyana bengakhuluma kuzokushona ilanga, kodwa ngiyafisa ukuthi ngithi siyabonga kubo bonke abantu abasupportayo. Leto ye creative kasikhathi kune creative art dialogue and engagement. Siyabonga ukuthi eThekwini Disability Business Chamber is now going to be invited kwa tourism when we discuss issues of artists and entertainment in that space, because when we do that, we are able to say to our artists with disabilities, here is an opportunity. We have been given an opportunity to sit in the steering committees where projects are discussed, and so that we become decision makers as well in the process. We are thankful that in the Economic Council, we've been invited to serve in the work streams as eThekwini Disability Business Chamber. konke lokho namhlanje siyakulontsha. We have a support yabo Nanana from Usita, they are here. We have a support yabo Babuntlabatu who are business strategists, they are here. We have a support yabo Babonala who are saying we want to provide coaching to you, they are here. Ngabalantin, Mangikshile, and Kshianga Ngoban, Senate Chamber that is supporting us. Singatin, Cisco Mdleche. Currently, this department the process you go appoint a service provider to develop a strategy on businesses for businesses with disability. We will defend this administration if we can, not only because we defend our gains, but because as I conclude, if we change the way we look at things, the things that we look at will change. I say, storms may come, winds may blow, weeping may last for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. I thank you.
Sibonge ku baba umphephetshwa. Angixolisele no mama wethu uSpeaker, umama weziwethusi. Onomhlangano omunye aphuthumayo kuona nethimba elivela emazweni aphesheya United Nations kodwa ke isekela lika mayor deputy mayor elect uCouncillor Diane Worzer uyena ozosithulela inkulumo yosuku namhlanje so cela ukuthi simuphi ihlombe esaqhubeka eza ngaphambili.
Good morning, everybody. Before I even begin the speech, I just want to say, the reason you want to be on every single forum is not because you feel that you have a need, but the reason you would want to be on those forums and on all the different boards and opportunities is to give you a chance to become physically, socially, and wholly independent. You need to be able to say what we receive, whatever contracts we get, whatever we're able to receive from the city allows us to not be dependent on anybody, but it allows me to become a person in my own right. Program Director, Chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Governance and Human Resources, Councillor Mpume Sitole, Ward Councillor for Ward 28, Mr. Ntando Kuzwayo, the reps from the business sector, the leadership of the SMME sector, the leadership of the Disability Business Chamber, senior municipal officials, beneficiaries of the Human Capital Center of Excellence, ladies and gentlemen. We are delighted to be here today to witness another important milestone towards the upliftment of our communities, particularly the SMME sector. The opening of the SMME office today demonstrates the ANC government's commitment to removing obstacles that keep SMMEs and cooperatives out of the mainstream economy. We are confident that if SMMEs are provided adequate support, they can be instrumental in giving our economy and create much needed jobs. It is against this background that the city has decided to invest its resources to establish this office, which will address the following challenges. Firstly, the late payments of suppliers. We are saying that once an invoice has been submitted, it should be paid within 10 days, and this office must facilitate that. Secondly, fast-track implementation of radical socio-economic transformation. This office must ensure that a minimum of 30% of the city's procurement spend is allocated to enterprises owned by women, youth, people, and people with disability and military veterans. Thirdly, facilitate meaningful engagement of business forums to address the challenges of work stoppages and invasion of business sites. With regards to unpaid invoices, people will be able to physically approach our office, use a free hotline number, and email to lodge a complaint for all unpaid invoices from 31 days onwards. To demonstrate our commitment to ensuring that this facility functions optimally, we have allocated 10 full-time staff personnel to be supervised by a senior manager. Program director, SMMEs, and social enterprises such as cooperatives are critical for economic transformation. Therefore, we are happy to announce that this office will be instrumental in streamlining all radical social economic transformation activities within the city to ensure coherence and efficiency. This is a clear demonstration that we don't pay lip service to the RET concept. As the city's leadership, we want to encourage social business and cooperatives to utilize this office because we want to address the challenge of people who invade construction sites and extort money from contractors. If you are a genuine entrepreneur, you must come to this office and get assistance on how you can access business opportunity in the city in a transparent and lawful manner. We are also pleased that today we are officially opening the office of the eThekwini Disability Business Chamber. The establishment of this office follows the engagements of the mayor with the disability sector, where they requested a fully equipped office space and business support for entrepreneurs with disabilities in eThekwini. As a responsive government, we have responded to their request and delivered on our own promise because we want the sector to participate meaningfully in the mainstream economy. Ladies and gentlemen, in line with the concept of building a smart city and remaining true to our commitment of bringing transformation, technology services closer to the people, the municipality continues to roll out human capital centers of excellence around eThekwini municipality. Councillor, I think, is very happy that he has one in his ward. Today, we have launched one of these facilities here to cater for the community around the Warwick Triangle. This facility is equipped with 22 computers and free Wi-Fi. Among the services offered in this center include 1. Free Wi-Fi enabling technology which can be used to apply for jobs via the e-recruitment portal. 2. Register for the COVID-19 vaccination online. 3. View inline vacancies from different organizations. 4. Create email addresses, user profiles, and curriculum vitae. 5. Apply for bursaries online, National Student Financial Aid Schemes, Central Applications Office, and tertiary institutions. 6. Scholars can use the facility for school projects if the center is not occupied. Through this initiative, people can now easily access jobs and business opportunities in our 14 operational centers throughout the city without traveling a long distance. Apart from the Human Capital Center, the city has commissioned 828 Wi-Fi hotspots in 314 sites, and a total of 500 megabytes of data is allocated per device per day. In the current financial year, we will be deploying 40 additional Wi-Fi sites with an aim of having 3 sites per ward. This will go a long way in closing the digital divide and ensuring that no one is left behind in the 4th Industrial Revolution. Working together, let us continue to build sustainable SMME sector that is able to address the triple challenge of poverty, unemployment and equality. Confronting the country, we also implore you to work with us in bringing much needed services to poor communities and build a better life for all. This is the commitment of eThekwini municipality, and it is now written on paper. We commit to assist where we can, and we implore you to adhere to the lawful rules and regulations of the city. I thank you all.
Sibonge ku Deputy Mayor elect u Councillor Warsa sicela simuphi ihlombe. Ukhulume wagcizelela ikakhulukazi ngendaba yokushintsha komnotho. Ukhona omunye isikhulumi sethe kwagcizelela futhi ngayo indaba ye economic transformation. Ukuthi ke njoba namhlanje kuvulwa lezi zakhiwo ezinye zezinto ezibalekile ukuthi kubhekelele ukuthi lo hlelo le radical economic transformation liyaqhubeka luya phambili. Indaba zale o CPG o contract participation goals o 30% ikakhulukazi kimkhakha lehlukahlukene amasosha omama yintsha njalo njalo bakwazi ukuthi balokhuzeni bahlomule nendaba yokuthi ukubhekelela indaba yokuthi ukuxhumanisa kwama business forum ukuthi ioffice izobe lisebenza ke ukuthi zonke inkinga ezenzekayo emasayithini ama work stoppages na yonke into areportwe la kube ilona leli office ezobe lithatha futhi lixhumana lixazulula lezo inkinga lezo. Nenye kathi ibaleke kakhulu ukukhombisa ukuthi uhulumeni okhona onakekelayo indaba yokuthi uwenza ibhizinisi ungakhokhela ukuze kudlule izinsuku ezamashumi amathathu nanye kuzoba ezinye zezinto eziqikelelwayo ukuthi leli office liyayibhekelela. Nendaba yake ukuthi ke amabhizinisi lawo omphakathi ama social enterprises imphila ndawonye uqhuquzela ukuthi kuyacela ukuthi leli office alisebenzise enze isiqiniseko. Ngiyathemba ke futhi ngoba vese la kunamanye amabhizinisi akhona ama co-op akhona sekuzoba lula nawe sesebenzisa uhlako oluvese olulokhuzeni olukhona. Nendaba ke yokuvula ioffice le eThekwini business eThekwini disability business chamber nayo ukuthi kwayezinye zezinto abayibophezela ngumzwana umeya ehlangana nabo namhlanje sekhombisile ukuthi sekwenzekile lokho usedilivile. Nayo lenye besikhuluma ngayo ama human capital center of excellence ukuthi uhlelo sekulinganisela mhlawumbe manje ezithaze beko 14 iThekwini lonke kuyaqhutshekwa siyavulwa endaweni eziningi ezihlukahlukene. Ubongela nobaba ukukhuzwayo ukuthi hayi naye ke uhlomulile kulolu hlelo leli olisiza ikakhulukazi kunama computer u22 wakhona ngaphakathi ukuthi mangaba abafundi noma ubani ilunga lomphakathi ufike ungene usebenzisa uma ufuna uku-apply umsebenzi u-apply umsebenzi umasipala noma ikwenye indawo kuhulumeni noma i-private sector kungagcini lapho futhi kube ne-Wi-Fi yamahhala ezokwazi ukuthi isetshenziswe. Nokuthi ke njengoba sikhuluma ngendaba zokugoma manje uma ufuna ukubhalisa noma ukurejista indaba yokugoma uzokwazi ukuthi ufike ungene kulela office ufike ubhale uregister. Sekubhizi manje kwenziwa nani nezinto zama vaccination ama certificate online uzokwazi ukuthi ufike ungene uma usuwagoma ufake inamba yakho wagoma ngayo nayo yonke into ukwazi ukuthi usithole leyo digital certificate. Nokuthi ke mangabe ukuthi ufuna ukwenza izinto ezithile nje mhlawumbe ufuna ukuthumela imiyalezo ikhahlameza ama fax or noma ama email uzokwazi ke futhi ufike ungene lapha usebenzise ingqalasizinto ukuze ukwazi ukuthi uthumele ama email akho. Kungagcini lapho futhi kuye kwashiyo kwathiwa indawo le yabafundi student village kuthi mangabe ufuna imfundaze uzokwazi futhi ufike ungene lapha ungene ku internet uyibone imfundaze khona ubone ukuthi naku mina okuhambisana nami ukwazi ukuthi ufake isicelo sakho emkhandlweni wonke ama Wi-Fi site esetha kabalelo ku 128 asevuliwe abantu bekwazi ukuthi bangene bathole i-Wi-Fi yamahhala njengoba sibhizi kulonyaka sikhuluma ngento zo 4IR or 4th Industrial Revolution ukuthi kimphakathi endaweni ekuhlaleni zikwazi ukuthi sithole lelo kuzini nokuthi kukulekelela somabhizinisi ezinye zezinto ukudila neyinkinga yawo ingqinamba ezikhona lokho siyaye sikubiza ukuthi triple challenge kuthi indaba yokuthi umsebenzi awukho indaba yobubha nendaba yongalingani izobilekelela ke lapho esevala kuseyasho ukuthi njengomkhandlu weTheku uyayibophezela ukuthi ngaso sonke isikhathi uzokwazi ukuthi ulekelele usize ezintweni eziningi ezidingwa umphakathi ngale nje kokumosha isikhathi ngoba nesikhathi sesiyashaya ngizocela ukhansela uMbhume Sithole eze nje ngaphambili azosibongela sineze vote of thanks ngicela simuphe ihlombe seze ngaphambili
Sekukaningi sabonga Sekukaningi senzelo kuhle Sekukaningi Jehova Satellituba slulisa ukubonga Sekukaningi Jehova Ay yabona Nzama akujatshuliwe nje la ayikho into enzekile la abantu abajabule mina ngiyabona Sekukaningi senzelo kuhle Sekukaningi Jehova Aya sibambe Siyabonga kakhulu ngiyabonga ku program director ubaba uNzama okwami kulula ukuthi asizobonga njengomkhandlu weTheku kodwa futhi njengabantu abathunywa abantu baseThekwini sizobongela abantu baseThekwini kumkhandlu waseThekwini umkhandlu oholwa inqolo emasondosondo asibonge kumfundisi wethu ubaba uWiseman Mkhize osivulele ngomkhuleko sibonge ward councillor ukuthi uvumile ukuthi asize sohlangana la wasihlanganisela futhi abantu beward ukuze bawubone lo msebenzi omuhle owenzakalayo ngoba kubalekile ukuthi abantu beward bawubone umsebenzi owenzeke ewardini yabo ngoba ibona bazosilekelela njengomkhandlu mangabe sisihambile thina ukuthi kube yiwona abawugadayo siphinde futhi sibonge kubaba uZuma Msholozi okhulumela ngaphambili emele iward committee yala endaweni nangumsebenzi nugade ngasona sonke isikhathi nibambisene nokhansela sibonge kakhulu kumfowethu uJaca usifundisile mfowethu abanye bethu bekuthi mangabe kukhulunywa nje ngebusiness forum mase uyathuka wazi ukuthi Nkosi yami but namhlanje usitshelile ukuthi kune Black Business Forum ekuyiyona ezobamisana nomasipala ukwenza isiqiniseko sokuthi intuthuko eya emphakathini yethu ayiphazanyiswa kodwa ihamba ngendlela uhulumeni ayibeka ukuthi ayihambe ngayo siyabonga kakhulu mfowethu uJaca mase futhi ngibonge kakhulu kumfowethu uMbusi mfowethu uMbusi Siyabonga kakhulu. Siyabonga ukuthi niyabonga. Siyabonga ukuthi namhlanje manikhuluma nithi anikhonondi kodwa nizokwamukela ngangokwezithembiso zomkhandlu. Nizokwamukela izinto sezenzeka. Siyabonga kakhulu mfowethu umbuso ukhulume kahle impela. Mase sibonga umeya wethu noma engekho la ngaphakathi kwethu. Simbonge ukuthi usivumelile ukuthi awube khona lomcimbi. Sibonga umama uSpeaker esehambile waphuthuma la ephuthuma khona kodwa simbonile esivulela yonke indawo la kade kufanele ukuthi ngabe bekuvulwa khona esivulela ingqalasizinda zethu ezikhona la e128 esivulela iCenter of Excellence wasivulela iChamber wasivulela ibusiness building ngalena. Siyabonga kakhulu nakuyena. Mase ngizobonga kakhulu kusihlalo waka Finance and Security uDM elect wethu udadewethu uDiana Wozek okuyena osithulele inkulumo yosuku. Siyabonga kakhulu dadewethu. Sibonge kodadewethu laba abasitolikelayo abala eduzane abasenza ukuthi sibe umasipala onakekela ngempela, umasipala owazi ukuthi sihlukene kodwa kufanele ukuthi mangabe sihlangene ndawonye sonke sibe abantu ababodwa. Siyabonga kodadewethu. Mase umuntu abonge ama officials ethu asebenza kanzima, our hard working officials. Siyabonga kakhulu bafowethu nonke la niqhamuka khona nonke enenze lo msebenzi wanamhlanje waba muhle kangaka ngoba ngaphandle kwenu ukuba benike nadonsa inyawo nangafuna ukuthi akwenzeke bengeke kuze kwenzeke. Mase sibonga uWard 28. Siyabonga kuWard 28 ama volunteer khona umphakathi wakhona bonke abase Ward 28 abakhona nje abasivumela ukuthi asibe khona la. Mase ngokukhethekile futhi imphathohlelo sibonga ukudla kwendlebe esizokuthola manje ukuqhamuka kaWard 28. Sikubonge buseza amatshitshi ethu ngiwabonile la ngaphandle amatshitshi ethu azosipha ukudla kwendlebe. Mphathohlelo asikubonge kakhulu. Sibonga indlela ophathe ngayo lo mcimbi unikeze isidima obukade usidinga. Asimbonge nodadewethu oseduzane kwakho mphathohlelo ngoba ukuba akekho laphana besothi siphuma la kube kuthiwa lo mcimbi wethu ubungekho ezingeni lokuvikela ukuthi abantu bangayitholi iCovid la. Sibonge abafowethu abaqhamuka kwimedia bonke nginihlanganisa nonke. Siyabonga futhi siyajabula ukuthi nizowukhava lo mcimbi omuhle kangaka nuveze nje ubuhle bawo bunjengoba buka nje. Siyabonga kubona bonke abantu abakhona la ngaphakathi. Ngaphezulu kwakho konke sibonga uJehova okuyena owenzile ukuthi lolu suku lanamhlanje lugcina lufezeka luba ilempumelelo oluyiyona. Ngiyabonga kakhulu.
Sibonge ku Councillor uSithole. Sesifika amaphethelweni ohlelo. Nami ngizocela ukuthi ngibonge nethimba ikakhulukazi ebelihlanganise lo mcimbi. Amathimba ahlukahlukene. I think bekunethimba from office lika Mayor, kunethimba from ka business support, kunethimba from ka HR. Nethimba elinye from eThekwini Business Disability Chamber belekele ukuthi ihlangane nalo lonke sibona baba uJobe osekhona naye nabanye ngiba uDCM wethu waka Economic Development and Planning ngibonile futhi nabanye abasijoyinile abakosida kosifa omnguni abasijoyine kamuva bakhona nathi ngibonga kakhulu. Engizocela ke manje ukuthi ngicela sihlale nje la sikhona kuzokwenziwa ama refreshments bazoletha la silokuzeni la sihlezi khona kuzoqala ama fruit bese emva lokho kulandele into yama sandwich kuzobe kufika ama saver I lunch kusho ukuthi main lunch bese sicela ke mhlambe laba bangaphambili babu job ubathathe uye nabo bafake holding room la besihlezi khona lokuzeni ngiyabonga kakhulu ngicela nishayile ihlombe nje nani ukuthi niyiphathe kahle umcimbi wonke